You hear the term artificial intelligence everywhere, right? It's always promising this huge revolution. But what's really going on behind the hype? Today, we're going to look at both sides of the coin, the incredible promise of AI and the really tough challenges of making it work for all of us.
See, AI isn't some far-off sci-fi concept anymore. It's being built to work with us, to be our co-pilot, really. The idea is to boost our own skills and help us make sense of a world that's just drowning in data. So first, let's talk about the dream. The big vision for AI is for it to be the ultimate assistant, something that can crunch information at speeds we can't even imagine, spot patterns we totally miss, and help us make smarter, faster decisions.
And this isn't just theory. It is happening right now in fields that might honestly surprise you. Let's take a look at it in action.
Okay, how about agriculture? AI isn't just spitting out a generic weather forecast. We're talking about incredibly specific advice customized for one particular farm and, get this, delivered in the farmer's native language. And research from folks like Khadika Zar's team shows that this kind of personalization is the real game changer.
And you see the same idea in construction. Just try to imagine the insane complexity of a skyscraper's blueprints. AI systems can now scan all that data from what's called Building Information Modeling, or BIM, automatically, which frees up engineers to focus on, the big picture problems.
100 times faster. Just let that sink in for a second. That number comes from a 2024 study by Kowchak, and it puts the scale of this into perspective. I mean, in the world of medical research, where you're trying to develop new drugs, that kind of speed can literally save lives. It's about hitting fast forward on discovery.
And this is one that probably hits close to home for a lot of us. The job hunt. We've all been there, right? Trying to get your resume perfect? Well, AI is now acting like a personal career coach. It can scan your resume for the right keywords and even run you through mock interviews to give you instant feedback. And this is where it gets really personal. Using a technology with a very long name, remote photoplethysmography, let's just call it RPPG for short. An AI can estimate your heart rate just by analyzing tiny color changes in your face from blood flow. All it needs is a simple camera. It's a massive leap forward for telehealth, making healthcare more accessible no matter where you are. All right, so far this all sounds incredible. AI seems like the solution to everything. But you knew there was a but coming. The potential is one thing. The reality of actually getting it right is, well, a whole lot messier.
And that leads to the biggest question of all. With all this amazing power, what's stopping it? Why hasn't it just fixed everything overnight? Well, because the journey from a cool tech demo to a reliable, trustworthy tool that actually works for everybody is filled with some pretty serious roadblocks. For starters, there's a language barrier. Sure, you can chat with an AI about your day, but what happens when you ask it to make sense of a dense legal contract? It can completely miss the subtle context and nuance that a trained lawyer would spot in a second. As researchers like Viswapriya Khan point out, that human expertise is still absolutely critical. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We have to figure out huge issues around privacy and ethics. We have to deal with biased data that can lead to unfair outcomes. And then there are the technical problems, like making sure a health app works accurately for every single skin tone. And even if you solve all that, if the tool is clunky and hard to use, guess what? People just won't use it. And this really gets to the heart of it. It's not just a technical problem, it's a human one. As Methker's research puts it, there's a deep need for responsible, transparent, and sustainable AI systems that align with societal goals. It has to work for society, not just in a lab. So where do we go from here? Well, these challenges aren't stop signs. They're actually the roadmap. They show us exactly what we need to focus on to build this future the right way. And this, right here, is probably the most important thing to remember. The best AI systems, the ones that really work, don't try to replace people. They bring them into the process. It's an approach called human in the loop, and it's all about combining AI's incredible power with human wisdom and judgment. So the path forward really boils down to three big ideas. First, we have to combine AI's power with human expertise. Second, we have to build these systems so they're transparent and we can trust them. And third, from the very beginning, we have to design them to be inclusive and fair for everyone. So in the end, the future of AI isn't just about the code or the algorithms. It's about us. AI is an incredibly powerful tool that can give us answers, but it's on us to make sure we're asking the right questions in the first place.
Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.